circles, I scream to the void. I'm born in oasis, my rage is employed. A storm in my chest, it burns and destroys. Dance with the chaos, spin till you fall. It burns and screeches the end of it all. Round and round until we crawl. This is the inferno, the Poca Brawl. Your lies are balloons, they pop in my face. I'll stop on the floor, leave no empty space. A carnival riot, no room for disgrace. Buttons clicking, hearts are ticking. Heads are flying, skies are splitting. Dance with the chaos, spin till you fall. A bird and screeches the end of it all. Round and round until we crawl. This is the inferno, the Poca Brawl. The tuba's a demon, the snare drum's a beast. The accordion of fury will never be ceased. This is a battle of musical faith. The polka goes harder than hell's unleashed. Brawl!
No, no electronic. None of that. That's not what we need. Here's what we need. Where is it? Where is it? You know what's coming. Yes. There it is.
EJ in his rocket chair, blasting curveballs through the air. Space tape, duct tape, pull the tight, orbital mechanics all night. Wrench in hand, he'll fix a ride. 1995, finish pride, rusted balls, car reborn, screaming engines greet the morn.
What? Too early? Too early? No, it's not too early.
Orbit King, he's on the screen. Polka beats, the punk machine. Welding dreams and cosmic streams. EJ's flying through the sea. Vacuum suits and space news chatter. Satellite, they climb the ladder. Black hole, Morse gold, and solar flare. He's the captain of these cosmic affairs. Restoration streams at dawn, turning trash.
It's actually a pretty hard song to play. A lot of changing drum beats.
He's the Twitch King with the Space Age flair.
Dude, that's actually a tough drum beat to play. That's off time. That's like 4/3 or something. That's tough, dude. That's not that bad.
EJ's here to touch the sky.
It's still off time, dude.
He'll build it
Wrong, but he'll get it right.
We'll get it right. Don't get away.
Dude, that's actually a really difficult song to play. It doesn't matter because Gork made it. Gork, is this true? Gork? Excuse me, Gork. Can I have context, please? Gork, context? Gork, is this true? Glad and Gork. Anyway. Hi. How you doing? Gork, why is EJ streaming already? Excuse me, Gork. Gork, is this true? I said I'd be here. We have a car to fix. We have to de-Flintstone the car. Oh my glob! You can't just glom Glork. We have some work that we got to do. See, this right here needs to be fixed. Not here, or like here so much, but like right there where there's a hole, up there where there's a hole, and over there. See what I mean? We got to fix all that. Can't have that. Did you dream of your interstellar trip in Factorio? No, but I saw the belt. How is the Switch 2? We had a package on our doorstep, Tally. And it, like, poured yesterday. And Bree said, oh, I'll get that in a second. And I showed up when I got off work last night at, like, 11 to a soaking wet package on the doorstep. So, that should tell you everything you need to know. I went and looked. The package was delivered at, like, 5. So, Bree went vidya mode. So, yep. Yeah, that should tell you everything you need to know. Can the shear cut that thickness? It can't cut 16 gauge. It'll cut 24 gauge, though. Not streaming on YouTube? Give me a second, man. It's early. Damn. I hope you didn't order paper. No, it was frozen food. Don't ask. Don't worry about it. No, it's food. It's great. It's great. It's soggy. It was all right. It was intact. It was okay. Stayed cold. That's what it was worth. No, I don't. We don't get food regularly delivered to the house. I go grocery shopping. I make that a thing. I don't have Jeff provide food for me. That's strange. What the heck was that? It woke you up. What, this? No? Alright. How many cups of coffee have I had? Yes. Yes. Alright, let's go live on YouTube. Burb. Are your cars still encased in snow? Oh, I saw a bit of the cover today, Ernog. I saw a bit of it. Probably about this much of the, like, top. Yeah. I was actually gonna say that to you. Yeah. Bluefus is uncovered. Yeah, no, Bluefus is fine. Because it's up by the garage and the sunlight beats on it. So the 87 and the 97 are nice and cleared off. The Camaros are still under a gigantic heaping pile of snow. But it's melting. And then freezing into ice. So my entire driveway is an ice rink. Yeah. The Mustang I had to park next door because I can't move it around my driveway because it's an ice rink. Yeah. Gravel driveways. What are you going to do? All right, YouTube, let's go. In 5, 4, 3. This is the Eric Johnson Space Administration, and we are going to de-Flintstone our car today. Because there's holes in the floor that we have to fix. Hi, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? All right, this is part 44 of the Crew Cab Charger. Part 44, where we go and continue what we were working on in part 43, where we finish the floors. All right. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Just found out, Magellan, you just found out it's Employee Appreciation Day at your job. In honor of it, here, let me give you exactly what my company gave us for us frontline plebs. I I've given you a car stream. Does that help? I can book you a flight coming back from Chicago at 5:55. Does that help? Hi, I'm Earth. Have we met? Well, I don't think so. Buongiorno. Hi, I'm Earth. Have we met? I don't think so. Dude, the tubes over there? Nobody's in the YouTube chat. It's too early for them. It's too early. All right. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, though. Yeah, I got you. You could spend your Employee Appreciation Day with me. It is Employee Appreciation Day here as well at the EJSA. I'm just telling you that I appreciate myself. I gave a gift from me to me for being such a good boy this year. It's a car. It's a car with holes in it. You're up at 4 a.m. for work every day. There you go, Trick. There you go. Well, not that early. What's going on, guys? How are you? Yeah. See? All right, let's get out there. Let's go. Stand by for loss of signal from the office as expected. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Try Danielson, what happened to that Kerbal Space Streamer guy, Das? Das runs NASA spaceflight, dude. Yeah, that's what he does. He's just doing DOS things. He's still around. I talked to him 2 days ago. Oh yeah. We still chit chat about space like all the time. It's a good time. It's fun. I enjoy it. Shop's looking good and usable. Yeah, it's nice and healthy and thin. All right. Okay. We're fixing the floor up in here. I'm gonna need the welding jacket. We won't put that on just yet. So, let's flip back over here like this. Hello. So, I don't know if you guys can tell. There's a little bit of the car that's missing. It's very subtle. It's mostly like right in this area, right here. Not here, or here so much, but like right here, right there. Yeah, we have to rebuild that. Now I do have some patch panels, but we're gonna have to make a lot of that. They don't remake those parts, so we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to sort of play catch up. Did you redo the rectangular patch from a couple days ago? Yes, I did. Well, I cut more of the rust out here. I'll show you. Ready? Whoop, there it is. So what I did, I ground these welds down and then I redid them. They're still pretty bad, but I was able to get beadage up here. See that? Yeah, that was good. I got the welder dialed in for this, and then right here there was a bunch of rust underneath there, so I didn't get at this just yet. We need to make a plate that goes in here, but in order to do that I have to kind of zap some of this out of here. And then I need to put a plate right there. We got to do a plate here. There is some pinholing going on here, so it probably should cut that out too. Over here, this area right here, this is all, it's done. Basically, from about here over, roached. It's gone. There's no saving that. It's too thin. And I don't want to chase pinholes. That's the thing that I did with the trunk. I don't want to do that. I don't want to chase pinholes and have my welds look like this. This is more what I'm looking for. I was able to get a bead going, and yeah, we have the welder dialed in. And then I ground down a lot of the welds that I redid just to try and make it look a little bit nicer. But we got to patch this. Ideally, I want to get this done, and then we got to get that done too. The new weld through primer has not gotten here yet, but we do have some cucka over there that we should probably fix as well. I might just rust prevent that because that's a stronger part. It's lapped on the footwell pan, so it might be okay. You know, it might be fine. We'll see though. Have you done a rear panel? No. No, I have not. Less talking, more doing. You got it, Blast. Yeah, okay, Blast. All right, so what allowed me to kind of fix all this was the Dremel. I have the Dremel with a better cutting disc now, so I can really get into all these areas that I wanted to get into. Yeah, the Dremel really helps. But there's no use welding any of this. We should probably grind that out because this part of the pan is toast. It's toast. So, yeah, let's get at it. First thing I'm going to do is just grind off what's left of my welds there, and then we got to cut this out. So that's what we gonna do, headphone users. Give me 1 sec. I should get safety glasses on. I forgot that. You don't want to forget that. I know, Paul. We're good. Let me get the YouTubes up too. Yeah, I got to get both chats up. I forgot about that. Just sitting here looking at Twitch chat all day. To shreds, you say? Dude, trying to get to YouTube chat from the dashboard, from like the YouTube studio dashboard, is such a pain in the butt, dude. It's such a pain in the butt. All right. Pop that chat out. Pop out. Okay, I got both chats up. We are good to go. Let's roll. Let's roll. I can be a lot more precise with this damn thing. You gotta be careful because the cutting discs don't last very long. We got it. Okay, so that's the small part. We should be able to, yep, you can see through all that. I just got to zap that too right there. Good. Okay, now, I mean, what do you guys want to, what do we want to get at first? I don't know. Let's think. Could probably get this one first, but I'd need to grind that. We need to grind that all down. I'd say let's do this. Let's do the other patch first. So I'm gonna move you guys a little bit that way. Let's get the other patch first, and then we'll go from there. So I have my other. I still have the template that we made for it from the last stream right here. I just have to cut out a piece of metal that looks like that. Air hacksaw would be fine for, would be good for this detail. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that, but you know, whatever. This'll work. I'm also probably gonna turn the heater on. It's a little cold in here. All right. We have gas, engine is primed. Go for main engine start. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right, so I did mark this already. It looks like I marked it on this piece of scrap steel that, well, not scrap, this stock steel that I have. So I just got to cut that out. So we're going to clamp it to the welding table. Then we're going to get the grinder. Take the grinding wheel off. Is that the Nakatomi logo? What? Where? No? No, the steel piece. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, it is. Wires. Wires everywhere. Wires. Let's roll. All right. So we got our second piece. Let's flip that back over here and we'll see how she fits. Oh, terrible. Yeah, no, not even close. Well, we got some work to do with the bench grinder with this bad boy. Be right back. So the bench grinder's over here, and I don't really have a particularly good camera angle for this, so just bear with me. I'm just deburring this too. All right, we'll just leave that. No, we won't leave that on. Okay. All right. So I deburred it and we ground off a little bit. Let's mark what we need. Need a head-mounted GoPro. It's not a bad idea, dudes. That's the way that that's supposed to fit. Now we can, now the other thing is that, see that right there? That's no good. This thing, I'm worried about that. So what I've been doing is going at it with the deburr. With the deburr tool. See if we can get all the thin metal away and figure out something to do with that pinhole. There's also over here. Not sure what we're gonna do with that, but you know, figure that one out. So what I'm gonna do, let me get my paint pen. And we'll mark it and we'll see how far we are off. We're like way off. Okay. All right, where's that Dremel? The Dremel. Give me. Okay. All right, that should be one side. Let's get my needle nose. So I'm cutting out more of the car than I am the panel this time because that's what's underneath. I don't know if you guys can see how crappy that is. That's not, you're not welding to that. The steel is not very thick. See how it's all pitted? Yeah, so I don't mind cutting more of the car out, particularly here. I don't think that's a bad decision. All right, we just got to get over there now. Dude, good call on the small Dremel. Good call on this. All systems. Yeah, that's super helpful. All right, there's rust under there where my finger is. It's good at that. Yep. See all the rust underneath that? See all the rust that came out? Yeah, that was no good. That wouldn't have worked. Yeah, dude. Getting there. Got to cut a little bit more out over here. Otherwise, that's fitting pretty well. Just a little bit. Just need to cut a smidge out over here. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Let me hit this a couple of times. Yep. A little bit of rust coming out on both sides, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice. Nice patch. That's what I'm worried about. So how are we going to get around that? You see that? Is that the ball peen? No, that's the brass hammer. How much have I missed? No, not much. It's not the ball peen. No. I could get the ball peen out, but yeah, it's the brass hammer. Now I use the brass hammer like a welding spoon from time to time. Yeah, see that? That's no good. I mean, you're not welding that. I just need to get a little bit more of this side here. The panel fits pretty good, but you gotta have a gap. That's the thing. Gotta have a gap so the weld can go through. Okay. Just have a bad feeling we're not gonna, this surface isn't gonna take this too well. But see, you just want it to loosely fit. You don't want it to be tight like a puzzle piece, because you got to leave some room for the weld to penetrate. You want to ideally get the weld to join the panels together, not sit on top of the panel. You got to get a little bit more of that. Or we could just give this a little zip with the bench grinder. You know what? I don't mind taking out more bad, rusty parts of the car, so. There we go. How's that look? Pro tip. Hey, not so fun. What's up, man? One big patch over a few small holes is a lot easier if you have the room. Less welding and localized air to keep the sheet metal from warping. Yeah. You should get a cheap TIG and learn to silicone bronze. You'll thank me later. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't kidding. I had to really dial down the MIG welder because I had a lot of blow through here. But yeah, I have it, dude. She's like lowest of the low settings right now. But yeah, it'd probably be better to do the whole thing. Would have been better to do the whole thing. We're kind of past that. Oh, we're way past that, Jerry. But yeah, man. I also got this crap up here. I don't know how well you can see that. This nonsense. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 okay. Well, that's not great. I like going through the pinholes with the deburrer. It gets rid of all the bad. You can get to actually good metal if you just keep going around the horn with the deburring tool. It's not necessarily what you're supposed to do with this thing, but... Yeah, see? Ah, scheisse. It's just a flesh wound. You'll penetrate 16 gauge, no problem. It's 24. This is 24 gauge steel, Drew. No, actually, it might be 16 gauge. I think it was 16 gauge at one point, but it's not anymore. It's definitely not anymore. So, not so fun. You're saying it probably would have been better to go from here to here with this, huh? Or just the whole damn piece. Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea. Surprised you just didn't replace the whole panel. Well, I thought the rear pan was okay when we started. Yeah, it's not. yeah, it's not. We'll get it though. So here's the real question. Do we refactor it right now? Just cut it all out? Because clearly we're going to be chasing, clearly we're going to be chasing pinholes here, there's probably more. Kind of sucks because I just finished this damn plate and that plate is very much on there. Maybe we should just do this whole sucker right there. Just do that whole thing. Hey, J-Speed. We've all done things multiple times. It's okay. It's how you learn. Yep. GTD, guys. Game time decision. I'm down. We have spot welds to deal with. Big spot welds to deal with here, and here. But I can grind them off like what we did over here. Yeah, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna go basically along my weld right there, all the way up to here. And back there, I have the steel to do that. Because, yeah, this is no good. We can't, if that wasn't that bad, then I would be like, nah, just weld it. But, yeah, it's bad. Probably should just get the entire rocker, like go all the way up here. Just cut all this out, because there's a bunch of rust under here. This panel is kind of bent up right there. You guys can't see that. Like right here, the panel should be lapped on it like perfectly, and it's not. It's bent up. There's a gap underneath here. I can almost fit the damn file in there. See? Look. There's rust underneath that. There's a lot of rust underneath it. Okay. Let's get the grinding wheel. Yeah, Badger, I agree. Yeah, all right, let's do this. Let me get the wheel. I'll get the big grinding wheel for this, or the big cutoff wheel. That's a lot of work for the Dremel. The Dremel is for fine tuning and precision. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. We'll zip down there, but we gotta be careful because the rear suspension mounts are here. So we just gotta be cognizant of that. Let me just draw a line so I can see where the cross piece goes. It's right there. And then it probably, I think it goes this way. It hooks onto tabs underneath the pans. So we just got to be careful with that. All right. I'm going to start with a cut this way so I can see what I'm doing. Headphone users, this thing is loud, so just be careful. Doctor, first incision was a success. Doctor. All right. Let's see what we got here. Doctor. All right, let's see what's on the back of the, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's, yeah, we're not welding to that. Yeah, we're not welding to that. That's, yep, okay, not so fun. You win. Yeah, that would have been a struggle. Dude, it looks like the surface of Mars, man. Oh, that, dude, oh my gosh, look at how thin that is. Dude, this is 16 gauge, or was 16 gauge steel. It looks like 24 gauge, which is bananas to me. Look at the change in thickness. Oh, that's bad. See how right where my finger, look at my fingers. See right there? See how the thickness of the metal has changed? It looks thinner right there. Yeah, that's bad. That's tin worm. That's no good. Yeah, we would not. I mean, dude, even if I somehow did get the weld to stick to that, he would have just rusted it again. I'm gonna use the Dremel to get in here because I don't want to get up my rocker because some of the rocker is at least good. Oh my goodness. Yikes. What's going on over here? Yeah, there's schmutz under there. All right, let's get the big grinder and we'll get the rest of this. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's not great. Rust eats everything. Dude, it sucks. Oh, hang on. I gotta change the propane. We gotta change the propane. She's struggling over there, boy. We gotta change the dang old thing out. It's time to use the dang old Tango tools. Tango Tang is what they say. Gotta get the damn old propane, boy. I need a 7/8. I still don't know where any of the damn tools are. 7/8 wrench, there it is, boy. Remember, righty-loosey with propane. Seriously. It's reverse thread on purpose so you don't get confused. Oh yeah, that's very empty. This one is not though. This is like the third time I'm using the actual Tang tools, which is pretty cool. Really, with what we're doing right now, we haven't used them too much. All right, you want to cinch that down. It's a compression fitting, so ready? Open. High flow gas enabled. Can you confirm that Jesus is green? Roger. Oh yeah, bud. We have good ignition. Oh yeah, that's giving off some nice heat. You'll end up with a better product after doing this. Yep. Wire wheel what you can, prime it, patch over it, and forget about it. You could even prime the bottom of your patch to be preventative. That's what I've been doing. I've been hitting the bottom of these patch plates. The one that I did, I hit the bottom of it with weld through, and then I hit the top of the suspension mounts with weld through as well. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, man. I don't want this to rust again. So that's what I've been doing. All right, let's get back to work. I'm just trying to cut off in sections because I'm not 100% sure what's under here. Like, I don't want to get at the suspension mounts by accident. Oh, that's actually pretty good metal. That's how thick it should be. See how that's way thicker? That's 16 gauge. Ooh. I think I may have cut through the suspension mount. Oh no, it ends right there. It goes to a tab. Oh. All right, we got to be careful when we do this. Very careful. See what's under, see what's behind door number 1. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's no good. Suspension mount's still okay, for what it's worth. Jeez. All right, let's get the Dremel. See what was under that? Look. Schmutz. Yep. All right. Now I'm just going to zip around that spot weld. Look at that. Damn, dude. Damn, son. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? Bro, this thing is Titanic. Holy crap. All right, let's see if we could zip the top of this off right here. This cutoff wheel's hosed. I gotta get another one. Give me 1 second. Verb. This is a learning experience. Yeah. Oh, I'm learning something. No die grinder? No. I mean, I have I have carbide burrs. I have carbide burrs, if that helps. Actually, an air hammer getting under there would be super helpful. Yeah, the Dremel discs don't last very long, that's for sure. Yeah, die grinder would be very useful. Let's see. I'm gonna rust prevent the snot out of this thing. Still got to get down there. That's where the Dremel's going to come in handy again. It's no longer steel, it's now ferrous oxide. He's using a jeweler's tool to do structural work. Bro, yeah. I mean, I could get at this with the cutoff wheel. I'm just really worried about going into the suspension mount, that's all. Is that something I should be worried about or shouldn't be worried about? I don't know. We can get the Big Daddy wheel out if you want. Got the Big Daddy wheel out. Let's see what's behind this. Ah, yeah. Yep, there's nothing there. Oh. Oh. There's some seam sealer in here. Damn. Wow. Yeah, okay. The lip of the footwell pan is no good. And I'm seeing a lot of gore in here. Alright, let's cut more. that. Hold on. I want to believe that that's what the suspension mount cuts in there, and it's flat, and that I didn't cut through it right here. I want to believe that. I want to believe that, and not that there should be suspension mount right here and that it's gone. I want to believe that. Hey, RJ, what's up, man? Yeah. Zelencho, that's the plan. This car is way too far gone, but I'm using it to learn, man. That's the thing. This is I'm using this car to learn. So when a nice car does come along, I'll know what to do with it. It's all right. I mean, whatever. We can patch all this. Like you say, it's just steel. It's not a problem. All right. I'm gonna zip the rest of this off. Let's check the top of that suspension mount. Let me get my the ball peen. It's ball peen in time. Look at this ball peen. Oh, well, that came out pretty nice. Came off really easily. Actually, didn't even need to hammer it. What about you? You wanna? I think that, believe it or not, the suspension mount does that. I think that's what it's supposed to do. I don't think I cut through the damn thing right there. I just, by chance, just cut right on a seam. All right. You know what, dudes? I'm gonna just take a look. Let's go on website, Auto Metal Direct. I'm just gonna see what that suspension mount looks like. They sell them. They make those parts. I just want to see if mine are roached or not. I'll admit it'd be a real kick in the junk if they are. No, it's not the spring perch. It was a, yeah, it's a Tang chisel. Tang chisel and a Tang ball peen. Leaf spring mounts. There they are. There they are. Son of a gun, it does do that. Look. Oh. Man, did I just get lucky. It does, it is a seam. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, see that? See that tab? It goes in. Here. Now look at the other camera. Woo! Actually, it would be this one. Yeah, okay. That's what it's supposed to do. That's how it looks. It's, yeah, that's actually not, believe it or not, that suspension mount's actually okay. I have no idea how, but it is, which is great. That's really good, actually. Really good for me. Don't want to replace that. That's a tough job. So it's supposed to curve in like that. That's what it does. So that's good, because the front of the leaf spring is right here. It's right. The mount piece is right here, and then the eyelet for the leaf spring is right there. And then the frame rail is right inboard of that. And this all it connects all that together. It connects the frame rail to the rockers. That's what this piece is for. Big, big strut. All right, now the real question is, how much of this crap do we need to take off? Obviously, we're going to get that, and we have to get that too. All right, I'm going to get the wheel in here, and we're going to... try to get at as much of this as we can. All right, let's get the ball peen. Nice hole. It looks like the hole that you had in your Saturn. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. All right. I'm going to have to get the grinding wheel, the big grinding wheel out to get at all this. Just to get the spot welds. And then we clean this all up and gonna have to zip that and zip that, but that's okay. Cool. I did the same thing. You got another 2 years out of it, then you traded it for a Highlander. All right. Dude, look at this. So to save money from the factory, look, it's not even painted. It's just bare metal. That's why this rusted so much. Look. See the bare metal? I'm amazed that's not completely roached. I mean, it kind of is, but like, look. It's just bare metal. They didn't prime it at all. I mean, I don't think the car was supposed to last a half century, so kind of get it. Like, look, there's still bare metal. Intact bare metal. That's why this whole area rusted out, dudes, because they didn't paint it, they didn't prime it, they didn't coat it, nothing. They just zapped it together and sent it down the line. All right. Okay. Part of the car is undercoated. It's just not this. This isn't even like getting the undercoat or anything. This is just, yeah. Yeah, this is just, yeah. Yeah, none of this is... Now that's good metal right there, somehow. Yeah, the suspension mount's okay. I have no idea how, but it's all right. It's pitted a little bit, but she's good. There's a pinhole over here too, way over there. How thick is that floor? It looks chunky. It's 16 gauge steel. It's pretty thick, dude. Pretty thick. I'm just looking around at metal thickness here. I think we got to good metal. In fact, I'm pretty sure we got to good metal pretty much everywhere except for over here. We got to be careful with that. Other than that, I think we're all right. Yeah, she's still very strong. Despite all the rust, this car is still structural. I have no idea how. I suppose it could be worse. All right, grinding wheel time. $16 gauge is pretty thick for a car. That's pretty thick. So I got the big old grinding wheel. On this, we'll get at it. You had 22. See, it's like shotguns, man. The smaller the number, the smaller the gauge, the better the thicker it is. So 16 is actually thicker than 20, 22 or 24. All right, here we go. That thing took a dump on that spot weld. I love it. Big dump. Nice. Looks like I didn't get all of that spot weld, but we should be able to ball peen this. Did you see that Icarus got a huge update in a whole new world? DLC, there's oil. Oh, nice. Oil? Wait. Oil? Who said anything about oil? Tesla, you cooking? Oil? Oil? Spring mount's cleaning up really well. Yeah, dude. Yeah, somehow. See, the spring mounts, the suspension mounts, front and rear, is made out of really thick boy stuff. All right. I don't want to grind too much of it off. We'll wire wheel the rest of this. Let me just file down the edges, too. And not so fun. Thank you for your help, dude. Yeah, I would have been struggling. I would have been struggling. Nice. Should probably zip this sucker off, too. See if we can get some of the rear pan, or the floor pan panel there. Let's see if we can zip this piece. Ready? Come on. Because I'd want it to lap over this. Yeah. All right, there's a spot weld there and there. We gotta get them out of there. Oh, Mr. Ballpeen. Woo! I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Ballpeen. Oh, yeah. There's seam sealer in here. Because the seam sealer protected most of this. Most of it. I actually saved the pod, mostly. That you did. The boy's good, no doubts there. Yeah, that's all not bad. Cool. Oh, I'm just going to cover that back up now. There's a speeder bike. Oh. Neat. Still one other spot weld there. Grinding time. Got it. Whatever this tang punch is made out of, it is very strong. Ring in the SCE to aux box. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Actually, so I don't go walking into the shop and get everything dirty in there. We take the ring, and that's right, it goes in the tang box. It's in the tang box. That's right, it goes in the tang box. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy we did this. And this is why I do this sometimes. You know, we're out on the internet doing this, guys, because, yeah, for as much as people hate on the internet, dude, if you go in and you kind of acknowledge that you don't have any skills, right? Like that you're learning and stuff, people will help. People do help. And I do appreciate it, man, because yeah, I would have just patched that panel and called it a day, and then this would have started rusting. Looks like just grot and crap was just getting up in there. Ain't no thing. No problem. All right. Yep. That's the original. This is the original passenger side footwell pan. And that thing is actually super strong. That's all metal, you can tell, because of the way it is. All right, let's get the wire wheel in here. Get the wire wheel, dude. How's that? How's that? Yeah, I got glasses on. We good. How about duh? How about duh? Sorry, this is the old wire guard mount. It's rusty and destroyed, so just cut it out so I have a little bit more room to move. There's supposed to be a wire cover that goes right here that covers the wires that go to the back of the car. Yeah. Mine was destroyed. We are going to need new ones. See? It was good back here. It was all right, but that's destroyed. Sounded like your car was at the dentist. Yeah. 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 Yeah, they sell the wire channels, dude. Yeah, we're good. They sell them. Mm-hmm. Because they rust out. All right. What are we going to do about this bad boy over here? There's another hole. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. Let's fill it with weld. Yeah. 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 I'm just looking around, just getting my bearings. We should get this plate. Get this plate off too. Yeah. Let me get the dentist tool out again. There we go. Ah, shoot. Looks like I went through the rocker. Fuck. That's all right. When we weld the panel back in, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. That's not what I wanted to do. We went a little too hard there. I'm just trying to get this damn plate off. Control Z, yeah, right. You could see light through there. Yeah, Drew, that's right. Yep. Is this a custom build or a real rare 4-door? This is a 69 Coronet 500. It's not particularly a rare car, but I think it's cool. So, yeah. Here, I'll show you guys a better, go to a different camera. Yeah, 69 Coronet 4-door. It's a 318 car with a 904. It's got an 8 1/4 rear end, so it's not anything special. We'll change that in the future, but I need a good shell to start working with, so. I think it's a cool looking car. Yeah, and we're gonna fix it. One panel at a time. It's rare for the wrong reasons, dudes. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. It's rare for the wrong reasons. This thing is like, what I like to tell people is that like the modern day equivalent of this car would be like a Toyota Camry or something. It's not particularly a special car. It's just a car. But it's a cool car. I like it. So we're gonna fix it, you know? You know, we're gonna fix it. That's what we're gonna do, Frank. It has an 8 1/4 rear end. 8 1/4 inch. Yeah, something like that, 2020, yeah. Something like that. Yep. Okay. So here, I'll show it to you what it looks like with the door closed. I can't close the door all the way, but it's a cool looking car, man. It's got like Coke bottles, so it's really wide right here, and then it gets thinner towards the front. From the side, it looks like a Coke bottle. I think that's cool. And it is a 500, which means it's pretty mid-level trim. There was the Coronet base, Coronet 440, Coronet 500, Coronet RT, Coronet Super B. The RT and the Super B only came in 2-door. So this is the highest trim that you can get for a 4-door in 69, which is pretty cool. I mean, not that that means much, but I think it's neat. What is the jet engine for? That's a heater. It's a heater. It's actually not a jet engine, it's a combustor. You're missing the turbine part of it to get it to work. But, yeah, that's just a combustor. That's not any, it's not all of the jet engine. However, I have the rest of the jet engine right here. If we want to make that into a jet engine someday, I have the compressor and the turbine here. You know what? I'll just leave that here. So, yeah, I mean, that's what a turbojet is. You have a compressor, right? And then you have your combustor, which is what that is, that makes the fire, and then the fire gets shot through the turbine housing. That's what that is. That's we have the three components to make a jet engine. We have suck, squeeze, bang, and blow. We have the four components. We can do it. No afterburner on the leg burner? I mean, we could do that. We can put an afterburner on the leg burner if you want. That would very much heat up this place very quickly if we made it into a turbojet. It would, it's using propane, Ryo. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be awesome. I wonder how much we'd go through a can of propane with that. Since half the car is already stripped down, you're basically at peak performance weight. Throw some racing slicks on and see what it does on the drag strip. I think the car is compromised structurally right now. Let's build more structure back into it before we do that. Funny though. All right, back to work. Too much talking. How are we gonna get that out, that little panel that I just cut through too much of? How long does a 20-pound tank last? It can heat the garage all day, so yeah. We gotta get this panel off because I'll just make the whole plate here. And then part of this, where this laps onto here is, I mean, this panel should go all the way up, but I don't know. I don't know what to do there. Could use our old patch piece. Hell yeah. Or we could just lap the panel over it. I mean, this is still strong. Light just went out. What model is that heater? Oh, it's just a Craftsman leg burner. It's just Craftsman. I got it at a Lowe's that's up by PO box. It was probably the cheapest one, knowing me. You know what? I don't know. This metal all seems pretty good, so. Yeah, that stuff's pretty strong. Hold on, let me just check. You know what? We got to drill those. Or get at them with the grinder again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, headphone users, this is going to get loud again. You got to plug it in first, dickhead. Really? Oh. love the grinding wheel. The grinding wheel is my friend. The grinding wheel is my best friend. Yep. Look at all the rust under there. Is the grinder Tang? It's a Craftsman. No. But we do have a very, very, very lovely ball peen. Oh. Oh, look at the peen. See that? Looks like a little bit of the spot weld got hung up there, so. Nice. Italian grinder, meatball grinder, veal palm, dude. Oh, I wish, man. Could go for a freaking big old steak and cheese right now. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of rust under there. There's a lot of seam sealer too, though, which is good. Grinder.
Discovery,
Steak
go
and
and
cheese
throttle up.
grinder. Let's go. Almost got it. There we go. Any of the snow melt yet? Actually, it's been raining, Gil. You mean a nice fish sandwich? Something, yeah, something like, yeah, something like that. All right, let me get the, let me plug the wire wheel back in, clean this edge up. Nice. Looks like RFA1 has been moved to net quarter 3 right now. Yeah. Yep. All right, just got to get at that with the grinding wheel again. Clean that edge off, smooth it out. Got a little bit of spot weld hanging on by a thread there. Cool. I got it. Sweet. Okay. Man. All right. Yeah. Yeah, this is junk. Yunk. All junk. But we're cutting out all the cancer. We're cutting it all out. That's a little bit better lighting, I think. All right. Sweet. Very good. There's a bunch of caca stuck in the suspension mount. It's just road grime. Oh no, 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 no. The suspension mount's hosed. Pretty bad. Damn it. That sucks. Crap. Another kick in the frickin' nuts, dude. Oh, what are we gonna do with that? What am I gonna do with this? Hang on, I need the light for a second. I gotta go look at that more. Pretty bad. Well, I don't know. It's not the worst, I guess, but Ah. We could probably plate this, dudes. I could plate it. Fudge. That really sucks. They're not a lot of money, dude. It's just a lot. That's a hard job, dude. It's tough. That's a tough job. That's all. I can do it. I'm just getting pretty sick of finding more surprises. I mean, that's just from my own inexperience. I didn't look through this car well enough. Bah, it's just that one spot. The rest of the mount looks fine. That sucks. I don't think it, so here's the thing. I don't think she's compromised structurally. I really don't. It's not. It is rusty though. Could put a new one in. How much would a lift make that less of a pain? Lift isn't gonna make a difference, dude. Ah, damn, that sucks. Well, what are you gonna do though? Like, that's, I said I knew that this car was too far gone, but said I wanted to learn what that meant. Well, we learning. We are learning. It was under a pile of sand. That's why I didn't see it. So the real reason why this is going to be difficult, dudes, is the real reason why it's going to be difficult is that's a huge structural piece. That is exactly what I was looking to avoid when I started working on this. Trunk pan we can get away with. Repairing the back of the frame rails, not that big of a deal. That is a structural connecting point. It basically connects the back of the car to the front of the car. Fudge. Now, like I said, that suspension mount's pretty damn structurally sound. It's fine. I could plate it. We could just plate the damn thing, rust convert the hell out of it, and call it a day. Damn it. Do you have a certain point working on this car where we're going to stop trying to and forcing to make it work, or are we going to force through all the problems? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Every time I hit this car and fix something, it's like playing whack-a-mole. Another thing pops up. We're not even halfway done with it. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Brun. I don't know, dude. This is, I'm thinking. Give me a second. Support whatever you choose. Well, what I wanted to do was just power through it. I wanted to learn. I mean, this is going to teach you how to do everything because everything needs to be fixed on this car. So, I don't want to throw in the towel, dude. I'm not going to. I'm not doing that. Let me take a look. Let me see what we can do. How do I fix this? It's just in a really tough spot. Like I said, you can plate it. You can just plate the damn thing. That's probably what I'll do. Let me get my light. The rest of the mount looks okay, dudes. Looks okay. Woof. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how this thing connects all together. Doesn't seem to be too bad. We got most of the spot welds gone. We got most of the spot welds gone because because there's no rocker left. So, there's 2 spot welds there. I got 2 spot welds there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably a couple on the frame that we have to drill out. How many on top? One, 2. 3. I drilled most of them off already. Plate it or sleeve it. No worse than the rear frame you did. That's what I'm thinking, dude. That's what I'm thinking. That's a little bit beyond my it's not beyond my capabilities, dude. I could put a new one in there, but will it be straight? The reason why when we redid the rear ones, I had the front ones, and the front ones are intact. I mean, it still is. It's structural. I've just plate the damn thing. Cut out the crap and just plate it. Just so, yeah, we just don't need that to move. What's up, the frame? Yeah, so part of the front rear suspension mount it's rusty. It's fine, like it's still structural, but there is some caca in it, farm. Yeah, it's not great. It's not good, dude. I might just plate it. I'm probably going to, actually. I'll plate that thing out of leftover bumper bracket. I'll use some scrap metal that I have from the car. Yeah, okay, we'll just plate it. That's it, like it's a little bit. It's a small area. We could just plate the damn thing and call it a day. I just got to look at it again. Yeah. 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 I'm just looking around and make sure there's nothing else that I freaking missed. I don't think so. I'm gonna look at, guys, real quick, I don't have a camera over there. I'm gonna look at the other side just to see if it's the same way. I'll be right back. Nope, other side's fine. Thank God. Okay, there's no rust on the other side in that same spot. There is rust over there, but yeah, it's not bad. The gates, I found some little bit of rust in the suspension mounts. It's not that big of a deal. We'll plate it. I'll plate it and weld it back up together. It's still structurally fine. It's just, yeah, if we didn't catch it now, it would have gone soon. It's just Bree, it's a piece that mounts the front of the rear suspension. Respirator when welding today, yeah. Yeah, it's just there's a little bit of jank, but it's okay. Fresh air brake, yeah, I'll open up the garage. Give me one moment. Okay, the garage is open. I'm gonna shut the heat off when we're doing this. I'm gonna shut the heat off so we get fresh air, but I'm not just blowing hot air out the door. Yeah, we gotta, oh boy, what are we gonna do about that? The best part about having snow on the ground outside is that you can wash your hands for free. You can wash your hands for free. All right, give me some of this snow. Oh yeah, nice and packable. Very snowball, much wow. Free water. Don't use the yellow snow? Oh yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good point. Here, let me drop it on that. Will it sizzle? Oh yes it will. Sizzle. Look at this, see? Some of you don't know what this is. This is snow. It's snow good. Yeah, okay. Suspension mount, yeah, I can get around that. That's not that big of a problem. Your RX-7 FD is properly sold tomorrow. Oh. You're selling it? That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I'm good. It's just like, not sticker shock, but every time I find more rust, I'm like, okay, great, that's just more things we gotta fix. But at the spring hanger point, it's the bracket piece to the spring hanger. Yeah, it's only about maybe like that much. We can plate it, dude. I'm not too worried. Or we could just buy a new spring perch, but just buy a new spring perch. It's only 130 bucks. And then the rear suspension will truly truly be completely new from front to back. Well, unless we bought leaf springs, but leaf springs for this thing are frigging expensive. They're like $600 or something. And that leaf is okay. It's just rusty, but it's all right. Stuff seems like it's totally normal to find. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It's what it's. I can fix it. It's not a problem. It just, I got to get over the like, that's more work. Like these times where we find more rust and I'm sitting here going, it's just me kind of wrapping my head around what I need to fix. Like what do I need to do to get this right again? But I will say this. We are finding less and less rust, right? We're finding less of it. As the more we progress forward through the car, we are finding less and less, which is good. That's a good thing. I thought we were adding to the car today. Time to make her a bagger. Money doesn't buy taste with cars, Goalie. Yeah. Less rust is good. We do not want rust. Yeah, that's not, we don't want that. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need none of that. Ain't gonna have none of that. I'm trying to think, if I did want to replace that, how would we do it? We would have to support the back of the car structurally. I'd have to put the back of the car up on jack stands and they would have to stay there. We'd have to get the suspension out. I'd have to pull the rear end. Not that big of a deal. It's 8 bolts. And then I got to detach the e-brake, but that's about it. It's already mostly detached. What we would ideally want to do is just support the car as is. The whole back has been floating the entire time because there's no weight back here because I cut most of it out. Yeah. Yeah, we'd have to pull the rear end. That's no big deal. It's like I said, it's already halfway done. How does this help the factory though? So, rust to the car is what bugs are to the factory. All right? We have to kill all the bugs. If you don't kill all the bugs, they're going to eventually destroy your stuff. We can't have that. No. Right? We can't have that. That's no good. That's no good. Can't do that. Ain't gonna have that. I would have to undo the drive shaft as well. Yeah. Debating. So here, look. This is the perch, right? This is looking at the back of the car. So the leaf spring would be here going that way. And the rear tire would be behind this, right? Right there, where my mouse is gone. It's basically destroyed. From here down right there. Those aren't too incredibly expensive. Really, they're actually not. See, now, now I'm scheming. I'm wondering how that piece, I would, but I'm broke because of taxes. You guys don't need to do nothing. Don't do nothing. I'm serious. I'll take care of it. I know of a Switch 1 you could sell. Yep. Yep. Yes, that's right. That's right. We could sell the Switch 1. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, I suppose if we supported the back of the car, it's not that big of a deal. We'd have to support the rocker as well. But I'm trying to look and see how those things actually mount. If we look at it, it laps on top of the frame rail. Oh no, it doesn't. No. No. No, 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 no. It laps on the rocker panel right there. That part is attached to the rocker. Is that part there in mine? Yes, it is. It is there. It's on the plate that we welded in already. We could brace it. The reason why, like, I'm even thinking about it, guys, instead of plating it, is because for the amount of work, like in my mind, the amount of work that you're going to need to do to plate it, you're just going to be better to just replace it. But then again, like, here's where I'm at. Like, I don't want to, how much is it going to suck? Like, well, not going to suck, but we're going to do all that, and then you're going to do all that and then bolt the rusty frickin' leaf spring back to it? Like, What will get it to pass inspection? It'll pass right now. Well, that leaf spring perch, provided we repair everything else, will pass. That'll be all right. Unless we got somebody that really knows B-body Mopars, right? That's doing the inspection, which is highly unlikely. Ship a Theseus. I don't care about Theseus thing, this car. There's not, see, like, here's the thing. Okay, everyone's like, oh, ship a Theseus, the car. You ship a Theseus, that's no good, ship a Theseus. Yeah, there's no car here to save. There's nothing there to save. Like, the mount's roached. Like, there's nothing to save. Like, I mean, we could plate it. Don't shortcut and try to scab anything. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm just worried about putting that damn thing back in there correctly. That's all. Scrap it and order a Caterham? No. No, fuck Caterhams. That's not what I'm trying to do here at all. I wish see, like, this is where, like, you know, doing it to learn, right? Doing this to learn is only going to get you so far. I don't know necessarily what the right decision is here. You know, like, you know, is it that big of a deal replacing it? I don't think so. But once again, that's a major structural component. But then again, so are the frame rails. I had no problem doing those. If in doubt, swap it out. Yeah. I'm just, Crow, all I'm worried about, like, I don't mind swapping it out. I don't mind paying the money, whatever. That's not a big deal. Yeah, we're at frame off restoration. Yeah, it is what it is. We need to build a frame jig. Okay, that's not helping me at all. Like, that's not helping at all. You know, that doesn't help me. Build a frame jig is not going to fix this problem. Instructions unclear. Build rocket ship. Step 1, buy more tools. Yeah. Hey, Clayton, good morning. All right, I got to think about how we're going to do this. We got to get ready for Factorio here in about 30 minutes. What parts are we looking at? I just came in. The front rear leaf spring mount is not happy on this side. On the other side, it's okay, at least at a quick glance. It's mostly there. It's like 90% there. There's just a smidge of it that's rusted out. Here. It's just a weird camera angle for you guys to see, that's all. What does the leaf spring do? It's just the rear suspension that holds the rear tires in place. And the mount is what mounts all that. It's a major structural piece. All right, let me switch to the inside camera, ready? And also I'm gonna shut the door, it's getting cold in here. We have ventilated successfully. So Goalie, you see that diagonal? This piece right here? Here. See down in that dark crevasse right there? That's a problem. Yeah, that should be there. I shouldn't be able to do that. Tape measure from the front subframe with it's 1/8 inch tolerance. Yeah. It presses up against the frame, so the angle and location is set. You just need to match the distance from a forward point. Oh yeah, yeah, Drew. I suppose that would work. Yeah, it's really just, I mean, because it laps onto the frame rail, it's really just about getting it right front to back, huh? And then just making sure it's square. Man, this car is messed up. Man, this thing is broken. Holy crap, dude. I can't believe how freaking broken this thing actually is. It's crazy, man. This thing is, you know, I thought I was exaggerating when I said originally, like, oh man, if we leave this out for another winter, it's toast. Yeah, that's not far off, dude. If we left this thing outside, if it was still outside, it'd be done. There's really nothing left. I mean, well, well, there is some left. It would have, yeah, it would be gone. What's with the white color around the wheel well? So that right there is called a light, and it's illuminating everything. Is that diagonal piece solid? It's pretty solid, Drew, yeah. Pretty solid, dude. Yeah, she's good. It's just a little scaly. Like, look, here. She's just a little scaly. It's just that. It's just down there. Just this piece right there. And that's why I was like, dude, maybe we should just plate it. Like, we could zip this. I could cut it here, cut it down there, and then just put a new plate in. You know? Like, I'm surprised you could drive around with it. Yeah. Do you have any thicker gauge steel? Yes, I do. I have thicker gauge steel in the form of the bumper brackets, or what's left of them. See? This is the old bumper brackets. There are parts of it you probably shouldn't use, but there are also parts of it that are nice and clean. I could cut a piece out right here, zip that right in. Dude, we could even match the flange if we cut this piece. See, just cut this piece out, we get the flange in there, fix it. I think that's what I'm gonna do, actually. This is really thick steel. That's the bumper. I already plated the frame rails with this. That's why there's pieces missing. There was pieces that went out here like this. I cut them up and used them to fix a frame rail. Yeah. Just cut the piece out and then, I mean, we're gonna have to crank the welder to 11 to weld that, but I should be able to do it. That's like 1/8 of an inch thick. How long do you expect this project to take? I really wanted the project to be done by Christmas of last year. We're a little behind schedule. Is the end goal to drive this car around? What else would the end goal be, Pat? What else would the end goal be? Yeah, no, I need to restore, yeah, I'm restoring it. It's a resto at this point. It's full on resto, but whatever, dude. Like I said, I have to get it, like I need a second to build up in my mind what we need to do. I might just plate that thing. I think plating it is fine. Notch it out and fill it in. Yep. Yeah. We can use this steel, fix that right up. I'll just plate it. I'm down for plating it. It's not going to take nearly as long. We'll do that next week. We'll do that next week, dudes. I didn't have poo jobs and wood jobs. Yeah, we plate. I'm going to do that. We'll plate that thing, make sure that's good, put the patch panels in, rebuild the rest of the rear rocker. And I need to rebuild a little bit more of that rear pan, but yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Drew, we'll do that. We'll do that all next week. All right. I got about 20 minutes until we got to start messing around with the factory again. Once again, one step forward, two steps back. But car's going to be sick when it's done. This car will basically be brand new from the ground up. Like, it'll be brand new. And that's cool. Yeah, next week we're going to have to put in work, dudes. I don't want this to take a month. I need that whole part of the car, to see the parts that are missing. We need that whole part rebuilt. Does it run? Yeah, of course. Of course it runs. Can you put a thruster on the back? Yeah. No, it runs. The 318 that's in there runs fine, actually. We dialed it in, dude. I tuned it. We did a compression check. That engine's actually pretty damn healthy. Like, here, I have the results from the compression test that we did. They're over here. I wrote them on a piece of cardboard. Nope, those are dimensional markers. There we go. Sorry, it's under my gas tank. So we seafoamed the damn thing. Look. So 150, so this is 13572468. So that's the 8 cylinders, right? 150, 150, 152, 150, 167, 157, 145, 155. We have a 20 PSI delta between all 8 cylinders on a motor that's over a half century old. And has God knows how many freaking miles on it already. The odometer on this car reads 96,400. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's probably 196,000 because of the condition of the vehicle. Dude, we made good compression. Like, that 318 is healthy. Like, I mean, it's a 318, so who cares? It makes like 150 horsepower from a V8, which is ridiculous, but. So after rockers, are we gonna do the quarters? The whole point that I even started going about rebuilding that rocker is so I could hang the wheel well correctly. The reason why I wanted to hang the wheel well correctly so we could do the quarter, yeah. Yeah, we got a lot to rebuild over there. That's why, yeah, every day next week I gotta. Every day next week we gotta get at it. But, so Pat, you were asking about my plans here. My plans are to just get the shell good, guys. I think what I should do is get the shell good, right? Get the shell nice and solid, and then drive this son of a biscuit in the summertime. Have some fun with it for a change. It'll make me want to do more work on it. And then probably next fall we'll start doing the Hemi swap and stuff. I'll start saving up for it. Yeah. I just want to get the shell back to normal. Then we could start screwing around with the mechanical stuff and make it fun. Yeah. Yeah, we got to start getting after it, dude. My deadline is to have a good shell by the summertime. I want a rolling car by the summer. So, June, Route 154 Mopar edition. So, Kurlani, I will definitely, if we beat the deadline, I will put a streaming setup in this car and we'll drive it. We'll drive it around. Yeah, I will do that. That'd be sick, actually. That'd be really fun. What's left to do? Tars, I found rust in the front rear leaf spring suspension mount. Here, look. See it down there? Bottom left. I gotta plate that. We have to re-weld it before I put this patch panel in. If this car sails by June, you need to put the America 250 logo on it. Okay. Okay. And like I said, guys, I'm not doing this because of sunk cost or anything. I'm doing this because I want to fix a damn car. I don't know how to do metal work. Well, I would say that we're getting better at it at this point. We're getting better at it. We'll learn. Yeah, we got to start making forward progress on this damn thing. Got to start making some forward progress. Yeah, June. June is where I want this thing finished. Finish it. Do a stream driving to Florida to see the Starship launch. Yeah. If it'll make it. But you know, we'll do it. We'll do it. See if she makes it. Like I said, the engine is fine. The engine's okay. It might have a stuck lifter, so we might have to just mess with the top end of the engine just a little bit, but that's no big deal. Ain't no problem. These motors are easy to fix. If we have to go cracking into it, we have to go cracking into it. What I do have, just some food for thought. What I do have is an intake manifold for this car. I have an aluminum 4-barrel, an aluminum dual plane. It's a Edelbrock dual plane for the 318. Just some food for thought. Have you named the car yet? This is the Crew Cab Charger. Yep, because this is the same chassis as the Dodge Charger, but it's a Coronet, so it's 4-door. Charger didn't come in a 4-door. So yeah, that's yep, that's what we got to do. All right. Thought we're going in it with the Hemi. Yeah, okay. So I just explained where I'm at, farm. The Hemi is out there. I have it, but it's going to take some time to save up for all the stuff that I need to make it work. So here's the thing, man. I don't want to fix the shell on this damn car and then take the motor out. You know? I want to fix the shell on the car and then drive it. Having this car be able to roll under its own power after I do the shell will make working on it a lot easier. For instance, good example. We fix the shell on this thing. I drive it out of here, and then if I want to, when we want to go pull the Hemi out of the Dodge, we bring the Dodge Ram in here and we pull it out with an engine crane on concrete. So, yeah, it's get the shell back to normal, get all the metal back to normal, and then when the car rolls, it'll be a lot easier to work on. Jack's a cargo departure. Oh, that's cool. All right, that's going to do it for part 44. I really don't like having surprises like this, but that's the way she goes, man. Part 45, we're gonna fix all that. We gotta get at that leaf spring. Either that, guys, or fellas, I might just do the work and then show you. That'll get it done faster. I gotta make forward progress, not, like, yeah, might be a good idea. You need to do more firewood jobs, yep. Can't roll it now or will it snap? Can't roll it now. Dude, does that look structural to you? It's missing the entire back right half of the car. All right, that's gonna do it for here. So, yeah, we got our work cut out for us again. Freaking again. All right, noon time. We're coming up on noon. Factorio time. So I will be back momentarily on YouTube. We get a loss of signal for about 10, 15 minutes. On Twitch, just chill. I'll put on some music. I'm gonna go wash up, and yeah, we'll get to it. And I'm not gonna lie, I gotta take a dump too, so I gotta do that. Usually do that before the stream. So, stand by for loss of signal from the shop as expected.